If there's one thing our hero here does not like, apart from zombies, it's rain, and it sure is bucketing down today. I wonder what kind of a mess we're going to get ourselves into on this very rainy day. Welcome back, friends, to the zombie apocalypse. I'm Juniper, and today in Project Zomboid we've made it to October. It is October 1st in the game. It's storming outside. I'm not sure that the weather is good enough for us to go anywhere today. We are also chilly. It's 47 degrees out. Is it just me, or should it be warmer in Kentucky in October? I take it back. It's alright. Oh, we're all the way up to 57 now. Alright, so what's the plan for today? Well, because it's raining, maybe we'll take care of some housekeeping before we get on to too much else. So, generator info, 48% fuel. Do I have any extra gas? I might have some more here in the trunk. I have one gas can in the trunk. But we would have to disconnect the generator, take it with us to the gas station in order to use it. So maybe that's what we'll do today. We're gonna go and get ourselves another generator. Unless, of course, I've left one at the gas station, which I don't believe that I have, but we'll go take a peek. So here we are at the gas station. I'm not seeing a generator here. Probably would have left it about here where I'm standing, because that's a good spot for it. It might hit all the pumps, because in order to use the pumps, you need electrical power, and because our power has been off for a decade or something of that matter, we definitely don't have any power. So we need to install a generator here, which we've done already in this playthrough. But it's a lot more convenient if you have two generators and you can just leave one here. So let's go on down to the self-storage place where we got our generator at and see if maybe we can pick up another generator. Okay, I'm parking us here inside the self-storage warehouse because I suspect there to be a generator somewhere close by. But we have at least a handful of zombies that have either followed us in or were in here already that we're going to have to deal with here. So that will be the first order of business, and then we'll see if we can find a generator. While I could review the tape and see where we last found a generator, I'm not going to do that. So we're just, we're going to browse through these rooms here. I didn't think ahead enough to bring the sledgehammer with us, or else I would have, because then we could have definitely gone and opened up a lot more of those outdoor, the outdoor storage garages. Pretty certain that there's generators in there, but I didn't bring the sledgehammer. Oh, here we go. Here's one right here. What do we think? Do we think this is safe? Nobody coming? Take generator. This is very dangerous right here, as I probably have explained in the past. We are very slow and we are very susceptible to attack when we have a very heavy load like this. So it's pretty risky carrying something like a generator around. And there we go. We've stuck it in our trunk. Now we'll just go ahead and head back up to the gas station. We'll go on from there. Oh, it's 7:50. It's time to check the weather. Although I'm not in a good position to do that right now. Alright, we are going to get out here. We're going to leave the engine running. And, well, first of all, I have to re-equip my weapon. Deal with this particular friend right here. and then we'll listen to the weather. I think it's probably going to tell us that it is thunderstorming out. Yes. Our thunderstorm is expected to continue tomorrow. Severe weather imminent, 2 days. It said 2 days every single time we've checked this recently. That's a bit weird. What I'm looking for is a message here about air activity. Yep, there it is. Okay. Today is our helicopter. So we will go ahead and quickly get this, where did my walkie-talkie go? There it goes. We're going to quickly get this generator placed here, and then we're getting out of here. I'm not going to hang about. So if I just walk right over here, this seems like a good spot, and I take out my crowbar, it should drop the generator. Perfect. All right, and then first we're going to connect the generator. Easy peasy. And there we go. It doesn't have any fuel in it. We have fuel in our trunk, so when we actually come back for to actually get fuel, it'll be really easy for us to just fuel it up and turn on some pumps and go from there. So, because we do have the helicopter today, we aren't going to go hide like we have in the past. We are going to find some jobs to do around the house, basically, and work on those, whether that be skill grinding or farming, maybe. I'm not quite sure. So, we're going to go ahead and work on that. Actually, you know what? I've just realized this is a perfect opportunity for us to watch those VHS tapes. Those exciting VHS tapes. You know, a rainy day in, we got a whole bunch of exposure, survival, and cooking that we can watch, so let's go ahead and do that. Fishing, bait, farming, foraging. Ooh, if we watch this one, we may be able to level up our farming. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in and watch that. Well, there's our first point in farming. Excellent. Let's see if this levels us all the way up to level 2. It probably will. There we go. Yep, we're level 2 farming. Perfect. When they first added these VHS tapes to the game, originally, I think there were some bugs with them or some unintended features, I guess, and you could actually get the bonus more than once through some, I don't remember exactly how. Maybe it was only in multiplayer you could get it more than once or something like that. But, click to remove it. Right click to remove it. Cool. Yeah, you could end up getting basically infinite skill from the, why am I crouched? There we go. You get infinite skill from the VHS tapes. You just watch them over and over again. So, what does this mean? This means that we can go and clean up over here. You remember how when we were doing the farming, I was like shocked that I couldn't actually remove these hedges because we didn't have farming level 1? Well, oh, apparently I need to go back and get the trowel. Well, now that we have the power of VHS and farming level 2, look at what we can do here. Look at that, 60% chance to break. I hope they all break because I don't want to replant these. And of course, first 2 we have picked up instead of breaking them. So where do I want to put these? I don't know. You know, they're going inside this box truck here. I can't run. We have such a heavy load with these 2 shrubs. So I'm going to go ahead and work on ripping all of these shrubs out of the ground and sticking them inside this box truck. You know, I'm calling it now. Eventually, at some point in the future, we are going to work our way back to this truck here and find 12 hedges in the back of it. And be a little bit confused, or probably not at all confused, but anyway, there we go. We've gone ahead and gotten our whole farming area cleared out. This is way more space than we really need for farming, honestly. It's way more space than we need. We're Teresa Day here is 1 person, and if I fill out this entire area as much as I've said that I intend to, this is way more farming than 1 character needs. I haven't done that much farming in Project Zomboid, so I can't really say for sure, like, 4 crops or 4 plots of food is enough to feed you or whatever, because I don't know those details. I'm sure you can look it up if you're interested, but what I'm doing here is way overkill, I can tell you that much, especially because farming only gives you part of your nutrition, which, you know, makes sense. That's how it is in the real world. If you just ate tomatoes all day long, tomatoes and cabbages, you'd be losing out on a lot of nutrition from proteins and fats and those sorts of things that just cabbage every day, all day, isn't going to get you. So that's the full extent of our farm. I'm definitely not going to make it any bigger. I probably shouldn't have made it this big, honestly. But I wanted to get 6 plots of carrots down. And really what we should do is we should plant these furrows before the rain stops. The rain just stopped. Well, the weather said it's going to continue tomorrow, so I'm sure the rain will pick up again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the rest of our seeds, and we're going to plant some more plants here. Potatoes, tomatoes, cabbages, and then the carrots we've already got planted. And if you don't know why I'm planting in this checkerboard shape, I explained it in the episode where I started the farming, but basically disease won't hop from one plant to the other if they're like that, and that, as far as I'm aware, is still accurate. So we've got cabbage seeds, potato seeds, radish seeds, and tomato seeds. There's probably one of these that's better than the others, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I like radishes, but they're pretty small. So I should probably plant more radishes than anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant radishes in all of these, all of this entire row here. And then what's next? Tomatoes, potatoes, and cabbage. I think we should do a whole row of cabbage. So we'll do cabbage here in this row. And then for this last row, we'll go ahead and do potatoes. So we'll do 2 things of potatoes. Oh, I hear the helicopter. Helicopter is here. 2 things of potatoes and 3 things of tomatoes. Maybe I'll change this up at some point, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. This, the amount of food that this farm will give us will be in a huge amount of food. Eventually, I'm going to get a massive freezer, so we'll be able to store tons and tons and tons of food. But, you know, for now, it's fine. We are not hurting for food. Hello, Mr. Helicopter. Hear you. So yeah, we're not going anywhere for this helicopter. We're going to stay here at home. I'm fairly confident that this will cause us absolutely no problems whatsoever. And I could very well be wrong, in which case we will find out shortly. But I think that the distance that the zombies are away from us is just too far, and they're not gonna get pulled all the way over here. And, you know, it might make things a little bit more interesting around here. We certainly have, I wouldn't say boring times, but we certainly have not a lot of stuff threatening us here at home. Toss all this stuff away here, including the twigs. What else do I not need? This worm? Don't need that. Not going to eat it. Alright. Worms are good for compost. You can compost them, but I don't think they're good for anything else. Now what are we doing? Oh, we're grabbing peanut butter because I want to go check on the traps. The traps. The trapping traps. You know what I'm talking about. We are doing trapping, for sure. We're definitely doing trapping. So I'm not very comfortable with trapping, and we're getting better at it. So I'm going to head on down there and see what we got, if anything. I can't remember. Did we have 3 traps or 4 traps? It must have been 3. And none of them look closed, so my suspicion is that we have lost on all accounts. This one still has bait. This one needs bait. And this one also needs bait. Okay, so 2 of them, the bait got taken. 1 of them, the bait's still there. How much of our peanut butter did that use? I think that used like half of it. Let's just eat the rest of it. We'll have the carrots coming in soon. The carrots will be what I bait those traps with going forward, I think. So running around in the rain has gotten us seriously wet. We have a chance to catch a cold now, which I think because we have the outdoorsman trait, which is this one, I'm not sure if this is accurate. I'm not sure if we actually have a chance to catch a cold or not. But just to be safe, we'll head back inside and we'll warm up and dry off and all that good stuff. We could actually go and get a dryer from upstairs in the mall and install it. I'm gonna get a combo washer dryer eventually and install it here in our home. We could dry off our clothes that way. You can actually use the dryer in the game to dry clothes. Yeah. So what are we gonna do now? I don't know. We could read this book. That's super exciting, isn't it? I put our new battle axe on the bed so we won't lose it. Is that the end of the helicopter? Nope. Helicopter's back for one more pass. We'll just go ahead and read the rest of this book here. There we go, we're all done. Reading on fast forward is quite nice. I like fast forwarding through my reading. Trash is full. Well, that's fine. Just go on the ground for now. Okay, so now we need to see if our antics, which namely is staying home while the helicopter flies around overhead, we need to see if our antics have drawn any attention. And my suspicion is that they have not. Taking a peek down the long hallway here. Not seeing any zombies. Let's go out the door here and we'll see what we see in the parking lot. Now, really what we're looking for is nothing. I want to see zero zombies in this whole area. Oh, there's one up there. Okay. So the helicopter did indeed pull zombies in our direction, which is unexpected. I would not have anticipated there to be, frankly, any zombies that got pulled by the helicopter. So far, there's one down here, one up there, and one over here. We'll just go ahead and we'll take care of these stragglers. What did I just... Oh, there's a... there's a cheese head on the ground here. That's kind of funny. Where are you going, my friend? He's going this way, I suppose. Come back up here. Stop. Don't go any further that way. Please. Hello, sir or ma'am. Please don't go any further in that direction. Okay, cool. So I noticed we're losing weight. Teresa Day here is back in the losing weight category. So I'm gonna eat all this mac and cheese even though we're not super hungry, although we are peckish. Trying to keep our weight up, we really need to get the trapping under control. We need to get the trapping rolling, basically, to really keep this under control. Some nice rabbit potluck steak, or wow, I'm combining a lot of food words that don't go together. Some nice rabbit stew or pan-fried rabbit. Those sound really good right now. And they would definitely help keep our weight up, because the way the game works is it actually kind of simulates real-life food and calorie stuff. So like here, I'll show you down here on the bottom. This very bottom row on my display bars here, this is a mod called Minimal Display Bars. My very bottom one is calories here. If this bar is empty, we're probably losing weight. If this bar is full, we should be gaining weight. And if you eat just a lot of cabbage, you're going to lose weight. You're going to lose a lot of weight if you just eat cabbage. Which we haven't been doing, but that's kind of one extreme, you know. So if we just ate cabbage, we would lose weight rapidly. And it's why foraging is quite challenging, typically, because foraging will get you food, like mushrooms, but mushrooms aren't going to give you calories. So what'll end up happening is you just, you know, waste away to nothing. You're still eating to full and filling up your stomach, you know. Where's my hunger? I think it's yellow. Yeah, so my hunger bar is full, but I'm losing weight right now because the balance of what I've been eating has not been calorie dense. So what we could do to fix that easily is we could eat a whole stick of margarine or lard or butter or anything like that, which is very high in fat, very high in calories, And that would definitely remove this downward arrow, and we would be increasing in our weight. But I'm not going to do that, because for one, we're not really at risk of dying. You have to get down to like 40 something in order to die of weight loss. But you do get a debuff once you hit 74 or 75, I believe. So we'll get a debuff soon, though we're not at that point yet. So I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to try to... why don't we turn on our light for this? I'm not going to eat a bunch of butter because I don't see any reason to do that, frankly. But we are working on trapping now. Okay, so we're up here at the top corner of the mall, and as you can see, like, yeah, we've had a handful of zombies to deal with, but there's no massive groups of them out there in the street. Let's just go back down the street. We're already tired. This drowsiness is because we spent a significant amount of the day hauling those very heavy bushes to that box truck. That's why we're tired. We're tired because of that. Okay, there's more in this street than I thought. Granted, it's only 4 that I saw there, but I don't want to fight any zombies at all when I'm drowsy, so we're gonna go back inside, and I'm not concerned at all about them being there, but I just don't want to fight them right now. We'll fight them later. So yeah, I will go ahead and head back to base. Oh, look at how close this one got. You're mighty close to our home, my friend. That's not very nice of you. Well, all in all, I call this a success. Is it perfect? No. We definitely had a zombie show up basically at our door. Like, that's pretty darn close. I doubt that even at that distance, they could path all the way in, break down our door, break down our other door, and get to us in our bed, for example. So, I call this a success, but it's not like a resounding success. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, there's 0 zombies anywhere nearby. We are at absolutely 0 risk of having any zombie problems whatsoever, because that's not true. They can definitely find their way in close-ish to our home if we do just sit here with a helicopter flying around outside, which is a good thing to know. I like to have a good sense for what to expect, really. So anyway, yeah, success overall. Not resounding success, but definitely a success for our helicopter. Let me go ahead and add this to our map, actually. What's the pause button? There it is. So our last helicopter was on 9/20, and we are on, this is October 1st. I said so earlier. Oh, right. Doing this in the wrong order. So I'm kind of regretting not putting these notes up here. Wonder if I could erase them if I had an eraser. Oh well, it doesn't matter. We'll just move them up here. So yeah, I'm gonna add some notes up here. And there we go. We have our 3 helicopters so far up here instead of somewhere that's potentially useful. So we'll just quietly ignore these, and I'll see if I can erase them somehow. I know I can remove all markings, but I don't really want to do that. So I'll get an eraser sometime and see if I can just erase these. But yeah, there we go. We'll eventually, in theory, fill up this whole space with helicopter knowledge, basically. And yeah, there we go. So let me unpause the game. There we go. Excellent. I think Teresa Day deserves a break. So it's bedtime. Thanks a lot, friends, for joining me today. I'm Juniper. I hope you had a good time. I sure did, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye-bye now.